Alright, welcome back to the FIFA 16 Borussia Dortmund career mode. This season, I'm thinking of moving on from Marco Reus. He's 30 years old, a bit old on this game especially. I do not think I'm going to sell him this season. He is still worth quite a lot. Maybe sell high, buy low, but I do want to bring someone a little younger in, let him develop. Of course, we do have Samu, who is only 24, but I'm honestly thinking of letting him go, maybe trading him to get a new winger to sort of replace Reus. Another tough departure that might have to happen this season is Gundogan. He's played really well for us, but we're kind of having an overload in that midfield position. I want Farelli to play, I want Dele Alli to play, and not to mention we also have Granit Xhaka, who is 2 years younger and around the same overall. So it makes a lot of sense to let go of Gundogan and let these three kind of run a rotation where the two younger ones develop as much as they can. And obviously we do have Grun, who is a prospect. I've just been sending him out on loan every single season, which is fine. I don't mind doing it because it works. And eventually I might sell him, or I might not. I'm not entirely sure. But aside from those positions, most of the positions we have are solid, even at the striker position, because it is a little questionable with the age. They're both quite young, and they both do quite well in the league, so I don't really mind keeping them around. A backup cam wouldn't be the worst option ever, considering the fact that our only real backup at the cam position is Dele Alli. And if Prate ever gets injured, we don't really have any center midfield depth. So having a direct replacement for that cam position wouldn't be a bad idea. Look for someone young, promising, who doesn't mind not playing as many games as they probably, would obviously prefer. So I'm going to look for those, going to update you on who I find, and I'm just going to do a couple signings. Probably going to trade away Samu for a decent winger who can probably come in eventually for Reus. But Reus is obviously still integral to this team, and if we win the treble this season, it doesn't really matter what happens with Reus next season. So hopefully it all goes well. All right, we've got three players that I'm optimally looking at here. Martin Odegaard, who's only 20 years old and would work well at that backup position. Mayer is a little bit on the fence because he is quite high overall, and I don't know if I'd be able to give him a rotation contract and him accepting it, so it's questionable. However, down here, if I look for the left midfielder position, we have Julian Brandt, who is 23 years old, 80 overall, and I might be able to give him that role. So I'm going to go ahead and send an offer for Brandt, a straight-out trade with Samu, and hopefully that works out. And the other offer I will make is just a straight-out purchase offer for Martin Odegaard, who is currently at City. I will offer 5 million for him, which is actually quite a bit. Oh, actually, you know what? Okay, so it looks like I have to offer quite a lot more than I expected. I will try something like Ilkay Gundogan, and then, I don't know, like $1 million on top of it, just to ease them into that. Well, the Gundogan offer has been accepted. However, Bayer Leverkusen want 18 million. So that is very expensive. I'll give them 10. That's honestly super duper expensive. I might as well just keep Samu, even if he is unhappy. I will send another kind of mid offer of 5 mil on top of it, because I do see his value is decently higher than Samu. It's about 3 million higher, so I'll give that offer. If that doesn't work, I'm just holding on to Samu. However, for Martin Odegaard, we will be giving him 30,000 a week, 5 years, and a sporadic first-team player, which is around what he has right now anyways. Now, that Gundogan deal normally wouldn't be great at all, because Gundogan is obviously better than Odegaard, but I kind of need that position. Gundogan plays deeper. I can't really play him up top as often as I would like. Plus, we do have decent depth as of right now. We have Granit Xhaka and Dele Alli, who can cover for him, and we needed to bring in an attacking midfielder rather than a holding/defensive one. However, the rest of the team looks good. I do have to pay some more money to Bailly, which I do not mind. He's been playing amazingly well so far. So let's go ahead and do that. Eric Bailly is getting paid around what he wants, but I'm honestly going to give him a lot more. Crucial first-team player, or see if we can get away with important. Give him $30,000 extra, or pounds, sorry. Well, Martin Odegaard is in the team. I don't really mind this deal. It's a bit questionable, but I'll take it. The Bayer Leverkusen deal was never going to go through. We're just going to hold on to Samu, maybe offer him a new contract with a worse role. Bailly was not going to take the important role, which is kind of a shame. I was really hoping to get away with that, but that's fine. I mean, he basically is crucial anyways. All right, and with that, I mean, there's nothing else I want to do for the squad. Samu is just going to have to wait it out and hope that eventually Reus starts declining and I start playing him. But for now, this is what the squad looks like, and I'm ready to sim to the midpoint of the season, where hopefully we are top of the league and still in the Champions League. All right, midpoint of the season in January 2020. How are we doing? Second place, not ideal, but we have just beat Schalke 2-1 in the latest game, so we're gaining on them slowly but surely. 5 draws is really all that's holding us back. It's not really a bad season, to be fair. Best goal difference in the league so far. Everything looks good. We have a couple of things going on. Manager of the month, so maybe just a bit of a slow start here. Made it through to the Pokal quarterfinals. That's all good. However, I don't see any word on the Champions League. Martin Odegaard is out for 6 weeks. Unlucky Odegaard, but it is what it is. Looking at the squad immediately, Royce is up to an 89. Unk still has a couple years left in him. Prate has also grown to an 85 overall. Looking at the actual stats, 6 clean sheets for Perrin. Not terrible. Jedvaj has gone up 1, 26 appearances with 5 clean sheets. Bai has also gone up 1 with only 10 appearances. Must have been an injury. Very unlucky there. Rugani with 20 appearances. Jetro Willems, bad form, but 17 appearances. Been putting in his work. Pirelli up 1 to 83. 15 appearances, 1 goal. Dele Alli, 16 appearances, 2 assists. Up 1. Marco Royce up 1. 23 appearances, 9 goals, 1 assist. What a season. Youngman's Son, 10 goals and 2 assists. Hold on a second. Where's his +1? Great, 8 goals, 6 assists. Solid 26 appearances for him. Anthony Martial, another great start to the season. 6 goals, 5 assists, 16 appearances. Where is his upgrade? I think Kelechi is not being paid enough. He's got 10 goals, 5 assists. I will pay him in a second. Odegaard is out, but he has grown 1. He's had 25 appearances, 7 goals, 3 assists. Good. I like that he's coming off the bench. Andrew Robertson similarly has grown 1, 23 appearances with 1 goal. Samu's not playing, unsurprisingly. He's played 1 in the Copa Europe, did nothing in there. Totally forgot we were in that, by the way. That's a Super Cup. I think it was against United. Did not check whether we won that or not. Ginter hasn't been playing very much, but he's happy nonetheless. Aside from that, everyone else has just been chilling. Unfortunately, did not get a good offer for Angelino, but he is growing. So hopefully in this window we can send him out so we can get some growth in him. So I do feel a bit bad that he's just kind of sat around. Also, player of the month was not us. I, for some reason, thought it was going to be our player. Unfortunately, not. Anyways, Royce has really impressed me. He's up to an 89 overall. I can't believe it. He's 30 years old and still growing, which is really, really nice. The only place I would argue we're having trouble... Wait, why is Jedvaj at right back? What's happened there? I've figured it out. Tete is gone. What happened? That was our main issue. Kenny Tete has somehow forced his way out of this club. In any case, I think I'll just buy him. I don't know what's happened there. Kenny Tete, right back, playing for Atletico Madrid. What has happened? 13 million. Okay, well, I'm just going to buy him back because I literally do not know why that happened. Must have been another case of him not being happy with how much he gets paid because everyone had at least a year or so. Either that or the assistant manager accepted an offer. I don't even know how that could have happened, but either way, we're going to go buy him back because he's quite good, isn't he? 37 million. Well, that could be an issue. Let's just go buy a new one. Well, considering we're in a bit of a jam, I can always just play Robertson at right back, and Angelino is also a decent sub. It's not the end of the world, but I would love to have a natural right back again, so let's probably look into that. Change my mind. Willems has a better weak foot, so he's playing on that side. Not like it really matters to the game, but hopefully the game realizes they can both play those positions. It's time to look for a new right back, though, just because I'd rather have a natural right back. I'm just going to look for world class. We have nearly 50 mil to spend on them. Which reminds me, what happened? So Kenny Tete has literally just left. He left in August 30th of 2019, meaning the assistant coach accepted an offer for him. I didn't even know the game could do that. That is stupid. But that was it. These were all me, right? And then Tete. What the hell? I'm not entirely sure how that's happened. That is surely something. Let's go in, and I might just re-offer for him. That would be hilarious if I just buy him back for a terrible profit loss. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can buy him back quite yet. Let's just find a world-class right back. Call it a day, because I really don't care that much anymore. What a... Oh, here we go. Fullback, world-class pacey. Let's have a look. Scouting in progress. I guess he doesn't have to be pacey. He just has to be world-class. Alright, we've got someone here, Callum Chambers, a current Arsenal player. Wouldn't mind it at this point. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Sent Angelino out on loan. Probably not the best idea, because he was probably going to get some game time with us. But I don't mind signing a natural right back, because I have a fear that the game is not going to like the fact that I have 2 left backs playing the fullback positions. But I mean, this is all we can really afford right now. Got a game against Werder Bremen. We should be good for the most part here. 3-0. Easy victory. Martial hat-trick. Please, game, give him an upgrade. He just scored a hat-trick. Odegaard is coming back off injury, which is great to see, because he was doing quite nicely for the time being. He's now 25. He was 24 just a couple of days ago. I mean, it's fine. 25, 24. Who cares? 22 million. A bit more expensive. Actually, no. A bit cheaper. About 10 million cheaper than Tete. But we would like to see what he looks like stats-wise. Play with the same team again. Hertha BSC. They just beat Leipzig, who are a decent team. 3-0 again. Robertson. Martial, a brace for Martial. Dude, he's doing amazing. Robertson injury. That's exactly what we didn't want to see. Please do not be bad. 2 weeks. Okay. We're going to have to send in an offer pretty soon. Got a conundrum here. The one player I have scouted. Oh, Luke Shaw. But he is a left back. I want a natural right back. I can't get him in time, so I'm going to buy him for 22.5 mil and just hope for the best. There's not enough time to properly scout him. I'm just hoping that he's at least 80 overall. Natural right back. That's what we need. Transfer offer accepted. Let's give him £100,000 a week for the next 4 years on an important deal. No bonus for him, because maybe I'll buy Tete back for the last season, unless we do win everything this season. Speaking of winning everything, where are we in the Champions League? We did lose the Super Cup 2-1 to United, which is fine. Oh my goodness gracious, we've been knocked out of the group stages. 7 points in 6 games. That is embarrassing. Atletico took Kenny Tete from us and knocked us out of the Champions League group stages. From UCL champions to not even making it out of the groups. We have fallen very far down. I don't even know what to say. The rest of the season doesn't really matter at this point. That's terrible. Alright, Chambers is in fact 80 overall, which is acceptable. But that's that. Let's go to the end of the season and see how everything goes. Hopefully it goes better than what's happened in the Champions League. Alright, end of the season, or at least the end of the regular season, we do have a DFB Pokal final this time around to play through, which is nice, but we're out of the Champions League, so it's not really like I care all that much. Team looks nice. Still, Martial is 79 overall. Prade is up to an 86. And everything else, I mean, it's been okay. 9 clean sheets for Chambers. It's been a decent season for him already. But, yeah, this is definitely annoying. Especially the Martial thing. 15 goals and 8 assists. Kelechi, sure, he's done a bit better. I don't know I don't know what's with that. Anyways, let's move on. Everything seems good. Martin Odegaard, 12 goals, 3 assists, 41 appearances, so he's definitely coming in off the bench. And we look down at our loanees. Not much. Alright, well, let's sim through this final. It doesn't really matter what happens here, considering the fact that, I mean, we've already lost the Champions League. I still cannot believe that we've lost the Champions League in such an embarrassing fashion, to be honest. So let's go ahead, sim through this final. Maybe we scrap together a domestic double. Have we even won the league? I mean, we've won that. Prate scores in the 114th minute to win us the DFB Pokal. But yes, we did win the league. Nearly bottled it to Bayern, losing against them in the final fixture. Although you could argue that it didn't really matter what happened that last fixture, because we had already secured it beforehand. Goal difference is amazing. Our defense is one of the best in the league. Our offense is just miles above everyone else's. 6 draws, 4 losses. Great season. However, that Champions League campaign, I can't shake it off. Also, we dropped to the Europa League, which means we lost that too. I'm not really bothered by that though. It doesn't really matter. Let's see, where did we lose? Quarterfinals to Lazio, and then Spurs lost that 4-3 on pens to City. Not much to be happy about this season. We're back in Champions League next season because we've won the league. We've got a double. So it's whatever, but I don't know how that's happened. Last season we missed out on the Pokal. This season, completely bombing the Champions League. I'm going to argue that it was because of the lack of Tete. And once we got a natural right back, everything started to get a little bit better. But of course, missing an 85 overall player, it does hurt. Maybe I buy him back very, very soon. Maybe I trade Chambers for Tete somehow. I do kind of want my player back. He's been ripped from me, I would argue, very unfairly. He's a famous player as well. This is not cool. So next season, we're going to get Tete back. I don't really care. Aside from Tete, though, Samu, Yeah, I was thinking Samu could be the replacement, but there's no way. I was thinking about it, his stamina is just so garbage. There's no way he could be the long-term replacement for Royce. We've got to find someone better than him. Other than that, the squad is fine. Farelli's growing nicely, so that's always great to see. Well, that's the end of this season. What a disappointing season, but we move. Just got to keep playing and hope that we get some good stuff here. Xhaka wants to leave. Not sure why. He should be getting subbed on. I haven't even had a look at the stats for the most part. Honestly, just kind of tilted that we've done so terribly in the Champions League. Mid-season from both midfielders, but, I mean, they are doing their thing. Son, again, both of these two have disappointing second halves. However, Prate, 23 goals, 11 assists. He is in his prime, along with Kelechi and Martial. Same thing with Odegaard, to be fair. 12 goals is very impressive. Samu has a goal and an assist for himself as well. Xhaka's played 29 games. I don't know why he's that mad. It's not that bad for you. I think it might be because he's on a crucial role. Let's see if we can get him for, like, more money and then important. You know, you never know. That works sometimes. Anyways, yeah, let's just move on to the next season. So, okay, he just hates that role. Whatever. I don't care, Xhaka. You are giving me a headache. Either way, let's move on to the next season. So, yeah, I'll see you there, which is next time in a couple days. I'll see you next time.